Because I hear that one all the time, and it can be a whole plethora of different things. I've figured out how to emulate that hourglass figure, but odds are you're not going to be comfortable because my name is Aurelia. I'm very excited that you have decided to drop by my channel today. Today's video is going to be 7 style mistakes that you're making and what you can do to stop. If you are new to my channel, the content that I provide here is all around style and fashion for plus size women. I am a firm believer that life is way too short to live without style. Coming from the perspective of a styling coach, my goal for my channel is to help you to live your best life with style. I post 1 to 2 times a week, so if my content resonates with you, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss anything here on my channel. If you are a returning friend, welcome back. I'm very, very happy to see you again. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with this disclaimer. The things that I am talking about today are things that I have heard either through comments on my videos or even with women friends that I have in my life. These are all things that either I have thought myself, I have done myself, or I have heard of someone else doing. I don't want to offend you if you do these things and it works for you, or you don't feel that it's really making a huge impact or whatever. Please don't take offense at that. This is all just based from feedback that I've gotten from all of the women over my lifetime, including myself. So let's go ahead and get started. The first mistake that I see and hear about is a blanket one. It could be broken out into many, but it is the statement, I am too blank for style. It could be too old, too heavy, too skinny, too young, too poor, but whatever the case may be, I am too whatever for style. My absolute answer to that is no, you are not. You are not too heavy. You are not too old. You are not too poor. You are not too skinny. You are just not. You are enough. Every one of us is a beautiful creature. We are all fantastic. We are all beautiful. We are all lovely. We are all amazing, and none of us is too anything. I just wanted to start out with that one because I hear that one all the time, and it can be a whole plethora of different things. The next mistake that I see made is that a lot of women don't know their body type, nor do they take into account their personality in their own personal style. A lot of us don't understand our body types or don't know our body types and think that body type is just about measurements. It's not just about measurements. It's about skeletal structure, and then personal style is about what your personality is. These 3 things work in conjunction to create your personal style and to create the silhouette that looks best for you, which will dictate what patterns work best for you, which will dictate the scale of those patterns that work best for you. And I mean, it all starts with those 3 components. In the same line as that, the next mistake that I see happen is that a lot of women try to fit into a different body type, most notably hourglass. Everybody wants to be an hourglass because the hourglass body type is considered the most perfect, the most symmetrical. What I would say to this is understand your body shape and embrace it and work in harmony with your body type. Don't work against it. There's nothing wrong with trying to emphasize the smallest part of you, but honestly, what matters more than that is just making sure that what you are wearing is in harmony with your body type. It is in harmony with your personality type, because if it is out of harmony, you could have figured out how to emulate that hourglass figure, but odds are you're not going to be comfortable because it doesn't quite jibe with your body type, or it may not jibe with your personality type. I would urge you to not try and be something that you're not. Instead, embrace what you have, because once you do that, you're going to achieve your ultimate personal style and you're going to feel like $1,000,000. Trust me. What I hear a lot as well is that style is not important. which is so not true. Style is incredibly important. It is not fluff. It is not superficial. It is what lives on the outside, but it is very, very strongly tied with what is on the inside. And it is that quality that makes it not superficial. There is a study out there, I think it was UCLA, as a species, we are more geared to visual communication than anything else. You've got verbal communication, which is the written word. You've got vocal communication. Visual communication is 55% of the pie as compared to verbal and vocal communication. So that tells us that what people see is incredibly important. They are assessing you based off of what is on the outside. It's not a judgment. This is instinctive. This is what we do as humans, because as we evolved, we had to know what we were dealing with. Was it friend or foe? And so we make that visual assessment. It is those instinctive qualities and characteristics that we have as a species. And it's not just us. All species do that. They all assess whatever is in front of them because they need to understand if it is friend or foe. As such, we are highly visual creatures. If you take that 55% of communication, if you double click on that, you will come to find that 95% of this 55% is based off of clothing and grooming. So how we dress and how we take care of ourselves is vital to our visual output, what we put out on the outside. So taking all of this into account, style is not superficial. When we dress better, when we are dressing in harmony and we are owning our look, whatever that is, it will physically change your body language, your posture, your confidence level, the energy that you're putting out. Because have you ever put anything on that just looked fantastic on you, and you had a spring in your step, you had a gleam in your eye, people complimented you left and right on it? More than likely they did it, one, because it was in harmony with your personal style, but two, because it was in harmony with your personal style, you were exuding an energy of confidence and of feeling amazing, and people pick up on that. All of those visual cues that we put off, that we don't realize that we're putting off, people are picking up on because instinctively we are programmed to do that. Style is not superficial. Style is incredibly important in speaking about who we are without having to say a single word. The next mistake that I have seen is and I have committed myself, is the more clothes I have, the more outfits I will have to wear. So not true. Having a ton of clothes actually has the opposite effect. It actually creates decision fatigue. The more clothes you have, the more confused you're going to be about what to wear. I have stood in my closet literally and had like every inch of space filled with stuff, and I'm looking at it and I'm all like, I have nothing to wear. And I've got like over 100 articles of clothing looking at me, but it's because I have over 100 articles of clothing looking at me. I do have to insert a disclaimer though. You will see me trying on and getting and buying a lot of clothes, but it's because it's what I do. Part of my job here on YouTube is to bring you the latest trends, to bring you the latest products that are out there, to show you, to tell you what I think about them so that you can make informed decisions. So I am an exception to the rule. Those of us on YouTube, content creators who do fashion or even beauty, are exceptions to the rule because it is our job to bring you products, to talk about them. Adding the layer of being a personal stylist, it's my job to understand style, to touch it, feel it, wear it, experience it, so that I can help you. If you are not in the fashion industry, you don't need to have that many clothes. And honestly, making smaller modules and creating a capsule wardrobe is probably the best thing any of us could do, because if you've got a really good closet filled with very solid basics and a lot of fun things, You could have 250, 300 outfits that you could create. That means a new outfit every single day, just about. You can have an extensive closet with a small amount of clothing. You just have to buy the right kinds of clothing, and you have to understand how to put it all together so that everything goes with everything else. I am a firm believer, you've heard me talk about it here on my channel time and time again, about the rule of three. When you're buying yourself something at the store, ask yourself, can I wear this 3 different ways with what I already have in my closet? If the answer is no, then that garment should be a hard pass. You shouldn't have to buy things around a garment to make it work. It should work very easily with what you already have in your closet. So just keep that in mind, that having a lot of clothes isn't the best thing for you. It's actually wasting money because you're not wearing what you're buying. Making sure that what you have is quality and works with everything else is really the name of the game. You don't want to have a closet full of clothes. You want to have a closet filled with clothes that work for you. Which actually the next mistake is kind of tied to this, and that is that you hold on to clothes for too long and for the wrong reasons. I'm going to address the sentimental pieces first, because a lot of us probably have 1 or 2 pieces, articles of clothing in our closet that have some sort of sentimental value. It was what you wore on your first date, or it was what you wore when you were proposed to or proposed to someone, or whatever. And that's okay to have those sentimental pieces, as long as they're not hanging in your closet taking up space. These are pieces that you can lovingly fold up and put away and store. If you feel the need, you can pull it out and look at it and reminisce, but it's at least out of the way. It's not affecting your closet if you're not actively wearing it, that is. What I would say though is that pull that garment out once a year and revisit how you feel about it, and do a Marie Kondo. Ask yourself the question, does this bring me joy? Does this do anything for me anymore? Does this evoke any kind of emotion in me anymore? And if the answer is no, then it is time to let it go. And it's perfectly okay to let it go. The world is not going to come crashing around your ears if you don't have that garment in your closet anymore. You have the memories of it. You probably have pictures wearing it. I totally get it. Keep those things in mind when it comes to sentimental pieces. Now, the other half of it is hanging on to things because we don't want to get rid of them. We don't want to throw them away because, oh my God, I might need it someday. If you haven't worn it yet, you're probably not going to think about it when an occasion comes up. It's better to just get rid of it. And when the time comes, if you've got something that you've got to shop for, a special occasion or something like that, then go out and buy yourself a couple of pieces that will work into your existing wardrobe, that you don't have to save for best, that you can wear on a regular basis, that you feel comfortable wearing on a regular basis. You don't have to be afraid of letting things go because they're not serving you in any way, shape, or form. But you're better off letting that piece go, either selling it or donating it so that someone else can use it. Hanging in your closet is not the purpose. It's unused, it's wasteful, and it is just could be of better use someplace else. And then of course there's the stuff that we hang on to because we're going to fit into it someday. I am guilty of this myself. What I would say though is ideally you should get rid of it. You shouldn't have it in your closet, but I do it too. So I have to disclaim that if you have to have it, then put it someplace that you can't see it, because it will play games with you mentally to see that garment hanging there. You might be able to use it as inspiration. If you can, amazing. You need to share your secret on how you do that. It can play games with you mentally. It really can. So maybe it's better that you keep them in a different closet. And then the last mistake that I hear, and it's the one that really makes me the most sad, and it is that I am not worthy of style. You are absolutely worthy of looking and feeling your best. And given that we are highly visual creatures, and given that what we are wearing can affect how we carry ourselves physically, you are absolutely worthy of style. I know that a lot of us as women, we tend to put ourselves last. We will put everyone, even the cat, before ourselves. As such, we tend to lose sight of who we are. We tend to lose sight of us as an individual because we're so tied to caregiving to everyone else. The thing about it is, though, is that you should absolutely take time for yourself. And taking the time to shop and to understand your body style, your personality style, all of that stuff, understand that all of that is self-care and self-love. What I would say to this is that you are absolutely worthy of style. You are absolutely worthy of looking and feeling good. You are absolutely worthy of loving yourself enough to say, hey, I've got to give myself some attention. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go and get myself some clothes. I'm going to put together a really great wardrobe. And I deserve this. I absolutely deserve this because I am important. And so taking a time out and looking at yourself and saying, yes, I have value and I am worthy of looking and feeling great. And so I am going to dress better is going to be very, very liberating. If you take the time to dress yourself and to wear things that make you feel good and make you look good, then you are going to feel good inside. It is going to make a huge difference. People will take notice of these things and you will start to see doors opening for you. Opportunities will come your way. The energy around you will change because the energy coming out of you has changed, and things will start to align around you because you're putting out that fabulous energy. Now, I've got loads of free content here on my channel that is around style. I also have some beauty stuff from years past that you can go and check out if you'd like. However, I am also a personal stylist and I am opening my doors for one-on-one clients here pretty soon. I'm looking at January 16th is the date that I would like to have my services go live. If you are interested in working with me, or even if you're interested in just having a 100% free chat with me to talk about what you envision for your style, where you want to go, and what you might be able to do in order to elevate your style, then make sure to go to the website that I've got linked in the description bar down below. It is styleandlipstick.com. Sign up for the newsletter, and that is where I will announce when my services are opened. If you would like to talk with me sooner than that, I would urge you to go follow me on Instagram, DM me, and we can set up some time to talk before I have my website up. If you are really wanting to talk right now, I am happy to have a conversation with you. I also want to mention that if you've got any friends who are of a like mind, make sure to let them know about my channel. Okay, so I'm going to have a couple of videos for you right here, some of my free content in case you are interested in watching some more. I guess that is all. Thank you as always so much for spending a few minutes of your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to live your life filled with confidence, grace, and style. I will see you in my next upload. Bye.